As a child, Govind Singh dreamt of doing something for society. While growing up, he realized that it's not due to lack of skill or determination that people can't progress in their dreams, but lack of capital to start even small ventures. His stint as head of microfinance business at ICICI Bank brought him close to the MFI sector. He realized that his childhood desire of turning dreams of financially excluded people into reality has come. He hung up his boots at ICICI Bank and boarded a train for Varanasi, leaving his family some 2,000 kilometers behind in Mumbai. Thus, Utkarsh Microfinance was conceived to support underprivileged and underserved segments by providing financial and non-financial services through a socially responsible, sustainable and scalable institution. Utkarsh has focused on establishing itself in the northern and central region, which has large below poverty line population and where the microfinance market is still unpenetrated. Initially, Utkarsh started with 4 branches in Varanasi in August 2009. Within a few years, the company has expanded to 28 other districts with 116 joint liability group branches and 7 micro-enterprise loan branches. It has disbursed more than 650 crore rupees in the last 4 years with a portfolio of more than 260 crore rupees and an active client base of more than 2.5 lakhs. Utkarsh has since then expanded its presence in the states of Uttar Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Bihar, Madhya Pradesh and Delhi. Utkarsh utilizes a 5-member group lending methodology under joint liability group model, wherein the group members undertake the responsibility of forming the group, taking joint liability of all the other members and timely repayments. The borrowers are women who come from weak economic backgrounds with no access to organized credit but determination to do something better in life. 2 to 6 groups form a center. The mode of repayment is weekly, fortnightly or monthly, depending upon the choice of borrowers, with maximum preferring fortnightly repayments. The loan is used for activities like agriculture, dairying, petty trade, tailoring, weaving, etc.
ले रहे हैं तो उस मतलब मट्टी गिरवाएं, मतलब सगड़ी बनवाएं, उसी से हमारा कमाई बढ़ रहा है, तो उसी में हम आगे बढ़ रहे हैं, उस बच्चे पढ़ रहे हैं, हम इसी तरह उठाते रहेंगे, थोड़ा आगे बढ़ते रहेंगे.
The company commenced micro-enterprise loans from March 2012 to cater to the needs of the missing middle. The loans start from 25,000 rupees and can go up to 3 lakh rupees with tenure of 6 months to 3 years. This will provide opportunity to the mature clients to graduate from microfinance loan to micro-enterprise loan. This product is offered to both men and women entrepreneurs.
Experience earlier as well as during last 4 years has been that only JLG is not going to help in a big way. The impact is there, but the impact is marginal. They may require a lot of other services and supports also. So our idea is going forward not only to have a deeper penetration in JLG products, going to more areas, going to more villages which we have not covered so far, but also provide them more and more products. Those could be financial as well as non-financial products. They may be requiring health services, they may be requiring vocational training, they may be requiring other like pension products or clean energy type of initiatives. So our idea will be to go for more and more such products also where the impact in their lives will be much higher and much significant.
उत्कर्ष से हमने लोन लेकर जो है मशीन बढ़ाया और ये स्पिंडल जो है बढ़ाया जो है, और उसके बाद जो है अपना पहले आमदनी कम था, अब उसके बाद आमदनी अब ज़्यादा हो गया है. जो है प्रोडक्शन हम लोग का जो है ज़्यादा हो गया, पहले माल कम बनता था, अब जो है कुछ विस्तार हो गया, ज़्यादा बन रहा है. और ये जो माल जो तैयार हो रहा है अपना, जैसे बनारस हुआ, चौक मार्केट हुआ, और उसके बाद जो है सूरत हुआ और अहमदाबाद हुआ जो है, और उसके बाद कानपुर हुआ, ये यहाँ जो है जाता है.
With a view to make available other services besides microcredit, Utkarsh has started providing National Pension Scheme services to members and non-members of the company. With success of initial pilot to test the processes and understand demand of the product amongst target clientele. The company has started rolling out the same at various branches in a phased manner.
One of the very important factors what we had mentioned and what we in the entire team was aligned to that was that it should be more rural and it should be contiguous growth, and we should have fair and transparent practices whenever we deal with any of the stakeholders, be it the clients, be it the employees, or be it any investor or the funders, any external stakeholder. And I'm proud to say that we have been able to do that. The governance part, the transparency part have been the benchmark. What we have set up in the industry is really of high standard. At each and every aspects are sustainable, but the more importantly, we have also taken a pledge that whatever we do, we take care of top line, we take care of bottom line. At the same time, we take care of the processes, how we achieve these things, and very big focus on how we achieve this. And that's why the quality of operations, the quality of portfolio, the quality of growth has been excellent. And during last 4 years, currently Utkarsh is rated one of the best MFIs in the country in terms of all the parameters. So we do take care of a balanced growth, all parameters, whatever we do.
Utkarsh felt the need to provide training, technical know-how, credit and market linkages facilities to the poor women in rural areas to enable them to enhance their household income. Keeping this in mind, it started training agarbatti making to the underprivileged women and linking them to the market. Utkarsh organizes health camps, which provides facilities for basic health checkups like blood test, sugar test, pregnancy test, and distribution of free medicine for members and their families. The company has tied up with Ramakrishna Sevashram Hospital, Ojla, Mirzapur, for operating mini polyclinics, initially at 2 branch locations of Utkarsh. These polyclinics are run by expert doctors and paramedical staff and are currently available once in a fortnight. It is planned to organize such mini polyclinics at more branches in the future. The company conducts financial awareness training programs regularly. The main thrust is on making rural women aware about the importance of savings, pension, etc. It also emphasizes on the perils of over-indebtedness and lack of financial planning. Utkarsh has received consistent improvement in grading and rating over the last 3 years. ICRA has reaffirmed the MFI grading of Utkarsh at M2, which indicates company's ability to manage its microfinance activities in a sustainable manner is high. ICRA has upgraded the ratings assigned to the bank lines from BB+ to BBB-. Utkarsh, supported by SIDBI, undertook Code of Conduct assessment. The company received score of 7.8 out of 10, signifying high level of adherence. Utkarsh undertook loan portfolio audit, which was conducted by Microsave. The loan portfolio audit was to verify independently the repayment rate and portfolio at risk reported by the company. The loan portfolio audit confirms the nearly 100% repayment rate and very negligible portfolio at risk.
Responsible finance and social performance management, these two have been our mantra from very beginning. Whatever we do, but whatever activities, whatever products we offer, and whosoever is our stakeholder, we ensure that responsible finance and social performance management. These are the 2 aspects which we never ignore.
Utkarsh has received an award from Access Development Services, Access Assist and HSBC India in the year 2012. The award recognizes Utkarsh's strong financial performance combined with committed efforts in bringing positive changes in the lives of financially excluded people. Utkarsh received Seal of Transparency certificate from mftransparency.org. The certificate is awarded to microfinance institutions who become transparent in their product pricing.
Govind and his entire team came in with a certain humility, and that is very important for a startup. And I think what that allowed them to do is to begin on a clean slate. Bring in whether it's IT or risk management or just take what's best available everywhere and incorporate into their system. And I think it was important for them because they were starting in a difficult geography. They went through a time when there was a microfinance crisis in the country, debt was a problem for some months or probably almost a year, and I think during that time it's that openness and ability to connect with investors, with bankers, with the wider industry that probably stood them in good stead. So I think that's been a critical differentiator. And I think the other big sort of differentiator has been its ability to sort of take a slightly balanced view of its market. Basically, I mean, irrespective of the methods, I think the important part is that they are looking at a wider view of their business, a more risk-managed view of the business, and taking in the learnings from what has happened in the industry. So while they still remain relatively small compared to other larger players, I think the way they are scaling up looks sustainable, from an outside perspective. So I think probably the couple of things differentiate them quite uniquely in an industry which is going through a lot of change over the past 2-3 years.
Our association has been, really remarkable. We have engaged with Utkarsh, at multiple levels, more fundamentally at a company's level, what the requirement has been, and we have been an enabling partner. Right over the last 4 years, looking at the requirement of the company from a funding perspective. And what has really given us, comfort over the last 4 years has been the demonstration which the company has shown, right from the stage of inception till their growth. They have never compromised or diluted on processes, right? They have always focused on certain key principles which are, very, very key now in this phase of their growth, which is, customer protection, grievance redressal, which they have put in place. So our association has been, really strong, and we at IFMR Capital feel that Utkarsh is going to be a market leader in the coming years, and their own peers as well as everyone in the microfinance sector is going to look up at Utkarsh to set new benchmarks as they move forward. Govind, as the founder of the company, right from inception, had put a lot of emphasis on governance, which is one of the key differentiating factors for Utkarsh, right from the composition of the board, having independent directors on board from day one, and also internalizing some of the key principles of customer protection. What clearly stood out also was during the time period after Andhra Pradesh crisis, Utkarsh was one of the few institutions which was able to grow even in deep crisis period. And that clearly demonstrated the kind of faith which lenders in the microfinance sector has on Utkarsh.
Utkarsh has received excellent support from equity investors and banks since its inception. The overwhelming support from both the debt as well as equity partners gives the company a lot of confidence to meet the challenges of liquidity in the months ahead.
Our idea is to diversify the funding sources as well as funding instruments. We plan to have 30% of our funding requirements met through instruments like ECB, NCD, subordinated debts, so that our dependence on bank funding is lesser to that extent. If you see the top line, we have consistently grown our loan books, and over the last 4 years, our portfolio has been more than 260 crores. As far as bottom line is concerned, we have achieved first break-even in just 11 months. And we were fully profitable in first full year of operations. Our operating expense ratio and profit margin are probably the best in the industry if you compare institutions with similar size and vintage.
Utkarsh, as the name suggests, is reaching new heights. And one of the main reasons behind the growth of Utkarsh is the quality manpower that Utkarsh is having. We here in Utkarsh is committed enough to equip our employees with right type of skill sets and take them to the next level so that they can handle the bigger roles and responsibilities in a better and commendable way. One of the values of Utkarsh is human capital centric approach, and we constantly strive to give best of the values to all our employees, be it the communication where we have a transparent communication to all our employees, or be it making them equipped enough and capable enough to handle the situations independently. Going forward, Team Utkarsh and Team HR and Training is committed to make Utkarsh one of the most preferred MFIs in the country to work with.
Utkarsh's story is a true example of how hard work and vision can light a million other lives with positivity, happiness and overall well-being. However, this is just a small step. We have miles to go. Team Utkarsh is confident of scaling new heights and contributing richly in the financial inclusion agenda.